I'm going to make the case. I'm going to go with this simple, effective. Show you. This is the case I want to. Well, not this case. I want to make one for the RC. Foam, you know, nice little spots, nice little holders, makes a nice little case. This is what I want to do. You know, for anybody that works for GoPro, I'm going to say this. I'm going to recommend this. I had a GoPro fall in the water. I had a GoPro flip upside down while on the RC. I had the skeleton housing, which you can see the skeleton housing is this thing right here. It doesn't offer any protection. I had it fall in the water. And we're out there for a couple hours. We're doing stuff. So I'm going to say, from now on, this is what I'm carrying around with me. A little baggie of rice. So that if something happens, it rains, I do drones, I do GoPro, I do all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to say that something I hadn't thought of previously, but is now going to be a staple in my GoPro gear bag, this thing of rice. Something happens. One of these two GoPros that I'm recording with right now is GoPro Hero Black 3, and it was fully submerged in water, and a skeleton, no water resistance at all case, and a week in this rice, and it survived just fine. So I'm carrying it from now on. So this is what I'm building, a basic of what I'm building, and I will show you what they look like brand new. This is the case. No scratches, no nothing. Looks pretty. I already opened it and did some stuff. This looks like brand new, but it has these on this side as well. Let them over here. I was carrying stuff in the truck, didn't have enough hands, and decided to fill this with some of my stuff I was bringing in. There's a 99% chance I'm not going to use any of these. I threw these in the truck so I could fill that in. I'm probably not going to use them as well, but I figured I didn't need the space, so I'm not going to bring it. So right now I'm going to take these out because I don't think I'm going to use them. So what the plan is, I want the remote in there, and it's kind of almost like it was meant to be. You can see I got maybe half an inch to play with on either side. Can't. There. Little screws, little parts, all kinds of things. This, I'm hoping, is going to fit a couple spare servos. Got the T-handle, which I like, and the socket end, so I can take off the wheels. Both of these were super cheap. Both were less than 10 bucks. And this has the micro sized Phillips flathead and hex Allen whatever keys. I'm going to fill it with some of my other favorite stuff. This stuff. You got these big things. These you can actually get at Walmart as well. They're in the upholstery department. They're used for couches, chairs, whatever. This is nice when you've got a big deal. But I've fallen in love with these. These come in this little package right here. And it is called Air Conditioner Weather Seal. It goes around your air conditioner. I've never used it for that purpose, but I'm sure it works great. I use it for hobby stuff. Obviously, what you just saw was built with it. These are going to be built with it. This is another case I built, Rigid Industries. Got a nice little spot. You can label them right there. But, oh, that one doesn't fit so good. This is my glue gun case. It's nice, you know, when you get there, you can kind of put, I got the size of what I need on there. Glue sticks. With a glue gun, you usually need an extension cord. I never have one, so I got one dedicated for this. This doesn't really fit in the case. It doesn't really fit with the case, but it's there because I use it frequently. It's cheap, and it does. But I have razor blades. You got your little X-Actos, your large, and your smalls. I got a couple of these. I got a lot more of those. And then glue gun, because these things are handy. I've been using these a lot, these paint markers. And then I've got all my spares in here as well, with a bag of the hot glue that I use. This is a dual mount which if you get into hobbying, this is an amazing gun. I got it at Home Depot. It's simple. It's got high and low temp. Low temp is not going to be as strong of a hold, but when you're dealing with this foam, you need that low temp. It'll burn right through the foam. With on high temp, you squeeze the thing on there and it's gonna burn right through it. But they're set in there. They're in there only by pressure. Because I wasn't 100% sure I wanted this as it sits, but I've been using it for 6 months to a year now, and it's worked out friggin' amazing. So I may just leave it that way. You got the same little tricks. This is glued to the top. Goes down in here to hold all this, so it doesn't jiggle around. Yeah, these things, simple, effective. They hold everything in. But these little guys are kind of neat. Cutting hoses and wires. I don't really need anything to hold that in. I can't go a whole lot of places. So that's what we're gonna do with this. I want to build 2 cases. One to house that guy, and then one for this. These things, they're waterproof. They got this seal. The waterproof has been tested. Not purposefully, but it has been tested. It has been almost fully submerged, and it held up well. For what they are, they're $29 at Home Depot. I think the cool thing about them is, one of the many cool things about them is, let's close this up. We got something there. Is you can take them one on top of the other. You got this little hook that snaps in there, and these two move as one. There's one on the other side, and you can keep stacking them. As many as you can stack them, and they're going to stay there. They're solid. They don't move. Easy to remove. So that's it. That's the plan. So about this case, there's this top, right? It's great. It holds stuff in there, but what it does do is hide a lot of space. And it also does, I should say, is hides a lot of space. So what we're going to do, for my purposes, is remove it. It removes fairly easily. Not great, but fairly easily. And there you go. Suddenly, you've got a ton more space. Which I have done, I believe, to the GoPro case. Taking that out. Before you're flush to this, now you've got, what? Another inch, 2 inch. Why I thought about that right now is this wheel felt like it was hitting when I tried to close this. It wasn't closing. So, I thought that, the wheel might be hitting. And it feels a lot better than it did. So